If you're an educator who's trying to get your head around artificial intelligence, you know it can feel, well, a little overwhelming. But what if I told you there was one single, powerful idea that could pretty much unlock all of it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to do just that. We're going to build a simple mental model that demystifies modern AI by focusing on its one true core function.
And this is it. This is the whole secret right here. If you take one thing away from our time together, let it be this. From your email's spam filter to those complex image generators, every single AI you interact with is, at its heart, a prediction system. You know, once you really understand this simple fact, it's the key to seeing past all the hype and grasping how this technology actually works.
Now, when we say prediction, let's be clear, we are not talking about a crystal ball or some kind of fortune telling. It's not about seeing the future. In the world of AI, prediction just means making a highly educated guess. The system looks at some new information and basically asks itself, okay, based on the millions of examples I've already seen, what is the most likely thing going on here? And this is absolutely crucial to remember. AI systems live in a world of probability. They don't deal in facts or absolute truths. They deal in likelihoods. So when an AI gives you an answer, it isn't saying, this is true. What it's really saying is, this is the answer with the highest probability of being correct based on all my training data. Even an output with a 99% confidence score, well, it still leaves that 1% of uncertainty on the table. Okay, I know this might sound a bit abstract, so let's make it way more concrete. We can actually see this prediction engine working in technologies that you and I use every single day. So let's break a few of them down using a really simple 4-step process. Let's start with something we all know, the email inbox. When a new message comes in, that's our input. The system immediately starts analyzing it, looking for patterns it's learned from all the emails you've ever marked as spam or not spam in the past. It's looking for things like suspicious words, weird-looking links, or senders it's never seen before. Then, it calculates a probability. It might say, there's a 98% chance this is junk mail, and based on that super high probability, it makes its output. Boof, the email gets sent to your spam folder. It's just a prediction. Or how about this one? Fraud detection. The input is you, using your credit card. The AI instantly compares this transaction to your normal spending habits. Is the amount way higher than usual? Is the location somewhere you've never shopped before? Is the time of day kind of odd for you? It detects these patterns, or the lack of a familiar pattern, and it calculates a probability. Maybe it says 95% chance this isn't actually you. So what's the output? Your bank sends you that text message to check if the purchase is legit. Again, it's just predicting a deviation from your normal behavior. And this very same process works for images too. You upload a photo, there's your input. The AI breaks it down into raw data, pixels, shapes, textures, and it compares those patterns to the millions and millions of labeled photos it was trained on. Based on that huge comparison, it calculates a probability. Given the pointy ears and the whiskers, there's a 92% chance this is a cat. And the output is just the most likely label, cat. Okay, so that all makes sense for systems that are basically classifying things. But this is usually where people get a little bit stuck. What about the AI that generates things, like images or music or text? Surely that's got to be different, right? I mean, it's making something brand new, not just picking a label out of a list. Right, let's clarify the terms here. What we've been talking about so far are often called predictive systems. Their main job is to classify or estimate something, to pick the right label. The other big category is generative systems, and their job is to produce something entirely new, like an image or a paragraph of text. So yeah, on the surface, they seem to be doing completely different things. And this brings us to probably the most important question for building our mental model. Are these two types of AI built on totally different foundations? Is a system that can create a picture of an astronaut riding a horse fundamentally different from one that just detects spam? And the answer, which is kind of surprising, is no. This is really the big secret. Despite their very different outputs, they are powered by the exact same core mechanism. The difference isn't in the engine, it's in what we're asking the engine to do. So here's how it all connects. Both systems are obsessed with detecting patterns, and both of them use probability to get their work done. A predictive system simply chooses. It asks, what is the single most likely label for this entire thing? A generative system, on the other hand, constructs. It repeatedly asks a slightly different question. Okay, given what I've just made, what is the most likely next piece? It builds the final output, pixel by pixel or word by word, through a long, continuous chain of tiny predictions. And with that one little insight, we can now put together our universal mental model. This is a framework you can use to understand pretty much any AI system you come across, whether it's identifying a plant from a photo or generating a whole symphony.
So here it is. It's always these 4 steps. First, there's an input. Second, the system detects patterns based on its training. Third, it calculates the most probable outcome. And remember, that outcome could be a simple label, or it could be the very next pixel in an image. And finally, it delivers that predicted result as the output. That's it. That's the engine that drives all of modern AI. So the next time you use an AI tool, whether it's for your work or just for fun, try to see this 4-step prediction process in action. Think about the input, the patterns it might be hunting for, and the probable outcome it's trying to deliver. And my question for you is this: now that you're armed with this mental model, what AI system are you going to see differently?